Yo, what up, what up, Nichols? What's good, Nichols? Yo, first let me say happy holidays to everybody out here in Wit. I'm gonna go ahead and say the Wit family, because regardless of what, I mean, niggas, I know certain niggas ain't crazy about certain niggas, but at the end of the day, we all play this joint damn near the whole year, you know what I mean? So we all communicate with each other a lot of times, and we communicate with people that we know in real life. So just want to say happy holidays to everybody up in here. Now, I just put it on this screen because one, the servers is down, which I forgot about, so I can't even get into franchise mode. And two, I remember my nigga DP put out a challenge about people playing in MUT, and I just wanted to post this on my thing and show DP, if you listening, you see all my joints say 0, bruh. I ain't never play a MUT. I ain't never opened no packs. I don't know nothing about none of that. This is me just always straight getting on the game and playing, no MUT, no nothing. So I accepted your challenge, and as you can see, all my things say 0, bruh. So I had to put it on here just to show you, because I never did took you up on your challenge. But being that I can't get in franchise mode, I said, let me just put it on here, So as you can see, DP, I'm on 0, bruh. I ain't never played a game in my life, a day of my life. Now, normally I play this Welcome to the Jungle when it's a playoff time. But I said, you know what? Because that's what it is. This is a jungle. So this is always normally the theme for when the playoffs start. But I wanted to do things a little different this time. I wanted to bring out the other Welcome to the Jungle by Hov and Kanye. That version of Welcome to the Jungle. You know what I mean? So we wanted to switch things up a little bit. Because bottom line is still Welcome to the Jungle. 2 men enter, 1 man leaves. And that's just what it is. Matter of fact, let me take this version off before it gets, when you play with the words, they get taken down. So let me make sure I put on that instrumental version. But we're gonna get into these playoff predictions. But in these franchise modes, right? A lot of things is always about, people talking and saying certain things in the chat, right? And some of y'all take the bait. Some of y'all fall for the okie doke. Some of y'all fall for the banana in the tailpipe. Prime example, when Norm was going crazy about BAP with this whole created player thing, right? And made it seem like BAP only won the Super Bowl because of this creative player that he had. And there were a few of you that chimed in that really started believing that really started acting like BAP needed that guy in order to do the work that he was doing. Now, I remember doing 5th quarter last season, and I remember at one point I said the Ravens is looking better this season than what they were the previous season. And the previous season, they made the Super Bowl and lost. But I said he's looking better this year than he was last year. Guess what happened? He won the Super Bowl. BAP don't need no creative player to ball out. BAP's scheme is his scheme. Some of you guys chimed in and started acting like that there was some truth to it. Well, guess what happened? When BAP played Norm, he sat that same creative player down. And he blew the doors off the hinges. What does that mean? It was more talk than anything going on. And I understand a lot of times you try to get in your opponent's head, you know, but if that's the case, let it stay between the two opponents. Don't other people come in jumping on the sidelines, making comments, acting like there's truth to it. Because there's one thing for the opponent to try to get in one opponent's head, but there's another thing when other people want to chime in and acting like they know what they're talking about. Because as we seen, Bat proved he don't need no player that people said is created. 99 speed or whatever, 98 speed, whatever it was. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention, there was one player that Bat had already that he wasn't even playing. That was one speed less than the player that people was making all this noise about. So you know what that means? They in the same boat. If I got a receiver that's 99, 98 speed, same. If I got a receiver that's 98, 97 speed, same. If I got a receiver that's 96, 95 speed, same. No difference. You know what the difference comes in? If I got a receiver that's 98 speed, and then the next one is 93. That's the difference. But he had a player one speed less than what people was making all this noise about. And again, sometimes in the art of war, you try to defeat your opponent before you get on the field. If that was Norm's agenda, no problem with it. But that means everybody else mind your business. Don't jump in the sideline and act like, oh, Bat might have cheated. Bat don't cheat. Bat don't need to cheat. I remember people were saying Bat can't play without the Ravens. Bat done showed many times he could play without certain teams. Now, some people want to say, oh, he took Carolina in that money league and he still had a quarterback with speed. He took the Cardinals in another league. He got pretty much the same team. Guess what? If that's the case, the same could go for a lot of people. Because case in point, there are a lot of people that picks mobile quarterbacks every Madden and don't win Super Bowls. Listen, don't fall for the okie doke. You understand? I'm here to compete just like everybody else, but I give it up when it's time to keep it up, and I always keep it real. Bap ain't no cheater. Bap is a dude that got his scheme and he stick to it. You understand? He got his scheme so much. That some even swagger jacked him for. But that's a story for a different day. But bottom line is, Bap hushed a lot of people down. He hushed a lot of critics with performance that he's been doing. And no, I'm not talking about Norm. You understand? Yeah, I'm talking about Norm, but I ain't just talking about Norm. Because him and Norm is him and Norm. Let it stay between them two. But when you got others commenting and start making things said like, oh, I need me a creative player. Oh, the jokes come pouring in. All right, well, guess what? When Bap do what he do, it ain't so funny, is it? So I just wanted to elaborate on that real quick because I never got a chance to touch on that. And I can't get into franchise mode to go back. So I know that's one thing that I wanted to touch on. You know, it was fun in games when the chat, y'all remember the chat was on fire for damn near a whole week about Bap and this creative player. You know, and I'm trying to figure out how. Like, Bap didn't show y'all that he's elite. You know what I'm saying? Like, remember, he did damage with the Ravens season 1 before he had any of these guys with Duvernay in them. Listen, if I can't say nothing else about Bap, the one thing I do know, the guy knows how to build a team. I'm talking about no trades. I'm talking about his own pieces. He knows how to kill with guys and get them breakout games and accomplish them. And before you know it, you look up, he got X factors all over the field. You know what I mean? So, you know, I'm glad Bap killed that noise for people that was drinking the Kool-Aid, acting like, you know, Bap really needed this creative player in XYZ, you know. And the whole creative player thing wasn't even on Bap. It was on me. I'm the one that created him. You understand? Case in point, there are other guys I created players for too from that draft that was twisted. Remember, I kind of wanted to start the Wit over. Most of y'all wanted to stay with it, but there are some of y'all that still got players created for y'all from that draft. But guess what? It's under the radar. You know why? Because they ain't making no noise. Case of Syrah. But anyway, let's get into the playoffs. Like I say, There's a lot of things that go on behind the scenes that people don't talk about because it ain't worth talking about. You understand? Just like if somebody start winning a lot, people start screaming YouTube. You can have the same dudes do more YouTube than anybody that don't win, but nobody ain't gonna say nothing because they ain't winning. The minute you start winning, the minute you get the bright light put on you. You know what I mean? That's just how it go. You know, that's just what it is. And then you got some people that just like to be clowns just to be clowns. And I don't have no problem with you. You know, if you a clown just to be a clown, cool, no problem. I enjoy the entertainment. There's a lot of times I jump in this chat and I laugh at stuff as if like, you know, I'm watching stand up. Dad. You know? Dad. Hold on, Mario, wait a second. Let me finish this and I'll help you, all right? All right. I will. Take it out, close the door. I got you when I finish. So, you know, it's just, that's just what it is. There's a lot of guys that, you know, probably do just as much stuff as other people, but they don't get talked about because they don't win. You know? Just like there are a lot of people that always scream about guys that trade too much. And then I went out on the fifth quarter and I said, you know what? Instead of always talking about guys that trade too much, how about we talk about the guys that don't trade at all? Like, we go into season 4 and there's some guys that's not even coming close to making the playoffs. You have to do something about that. You can't keep, and I'm not, notice I said not coming close. If you competing and you just missing it, no problem. Got no problems with you. But if you play every season and you're not coming close, you have to see there's something you doing wrong more than you doing right. Get out there, make some moves. You understand? If you got the number, if you got a top 10 draft pick, trade that pick for a superstar X Factor player. You understand? If you're not competing and you got a superstar X Factor player, trade that player for multiple picks. You understand? Like I can't keep telling y'all what to do. I'm just trying to suggest certain things that help you out. But to play this game all year and never make the playoffs, that's an issue. And again, if you're competing and just coming up short, this is not for you. This is for the guys that are not even coming close to making the playoffs. You have to get out there and do something different. You cannot just stay pat and not do nothing. You cannot shoot down everybody that come and offer you a trade, and because you're afraid of getting raped, you just automatically going deaf. Get out there, make some moves, shake things up. I mean, we all here to compete, right? At least that's what I thought. But y'all hear the music playing. Welcome to the jungle. It's that Hove and Kanye. So we about to get into this jungle talk. Playoff talk. Listen, Falcon said yesterday, when it's this time, you got to pull out all stops. You can't hold back and leave nothing. I agree with him 1,000,000%. This ain't the time to come out and try a new play. This ain't the time to come out and experiment with a new defense. Whatever you did to get you here, you have to run that and you have to flourish in that. The playoffs is no time for experimenting. One loss and you home. One bad fumble and you home. One bad holding call, pass interference, and you home. That's what make the playoffs live. So far, we only had one game played, which is understandable due to the holiday. That was the Falcons and Thunderbirds, Thunderbirds, Black Star. That was Black Star against Addison. Good game. Addison pulled it out. I tip my hat to Black Star because Black Star was one of them guys that would miss the playoffs way more than he make it. But as y'all know, I'm probably one of the honest and most realest commissioners that y'all gonna see doing these leagues. I don't never do nothing to my benefit. I don't never hate on nobody. I give credit when credit's due. And if I don't give credit, that means that's due as well. But bottom line, I always keep it 1,000 with y'all. Black Star, in my opinion right now, if I gave out an award for most improved player, he would get it. He would get it. And I'm saying he would get it because you know you got to be playing good when somebody DM you and asks you, meaning me. Somebody DM me one time and asked me and said, yo, Do you think that's Black Star playing, or do you think somebody playing for him? I laughed, I chuckled, and I laughed and I chuckled because I'm not gonna lie, there's some guys that are willing to do anything to win. But Black Star never really rubbed off on me that way. You know what I'm saying? And listen, I could be falling for the banana in the tailpipe, but I'm willing to bet that that's been Black Star playing. Listen, man, there are such things as guys can get better. You understand? Y'all hear me talk about y'all always hear me say that. When there are guys that are struggling, what y'all hear me say? Yo, bro, don't get discouraged. Stay with it. The more reps you get, the better you'll get. You understand? The reason why I believe in my heart that this been Black Star playing, because Black Star has been more active this Madden than he has the past 3 or 4 Maddens. I'm not going to lie. Black Star in the previous Maddens haven't been the most greatest user for the league. He's normally been the guys that'll play a couple of games, then get low, you know what I'm saying, end up getting booted because he's not really active. But Black Star has been active this Madden. You understand? And because he's been active, all the reps he's been putting in, been paying off. Win or lose, he been playing. And he's gotten better, a lot better. So Black Star, even though he got eliminated, I got to tip my hat to him and say, yo, man, hell of a season. The turnaround he did from last season to this season, has been undoubtedly, you can't not see that. You know what I'm saying? You got to pay homage to that. And the same turnaround he did, I'm hoping for other guys. But a lot of guys, from the way they communicate, one thing I'm starting to see, everybody ain't built for the smoke. Some people ain't got the same energy for everybody. You know what I mean? And if you got that, you're not going to get better. You got to believe that you can win. If you come in doubting yourself or feeling like, yo, I hope I can pull this out, yo, you already lost. You might as well give your opponent the forced win. You got to come in with confidence, knowing that, you can pull this off. Even if you don't, you got to at least believe that. And I'm saying, by the way some guys communicate and try to schedule games, it's almost like you can see some guys is comfortable with a fair sim rather than play. That's never been my style. That's never been a lot of people's style, but some people is like that. Yeah, nah, Black Star been locked in, bro. I gotta give him his props. You know what I'm saying? I'm giving him props and he lost. And I'm still giving him props. You know what I'm saying? So, but Black Star, I will say, you know you done messed up, right? You know you done effed up, don't you? Because you won the division this season after a lot of things. You've been balling, but you won the division. You had that playoff win. Guess what, bro? It's gonna be a different ball game next season. You will take your show on the road. Believe that. So you were supposed to capitalize off this home field advantage you had, bro. And you didn't get it done. But you still get props for the way you've been stepping up and playing ball, bro. You know what I mean? But yeah, Addison won. In my opinion, Addison is one of them teams. I called him the dark horse because he's one of them guys that people forget about because he's not really in the chat beating his chest. But I'm telling you, Addison can play. You understand? Addison can play. Addison ain't no slouch. And Addison came in the first season. Remember, he came and took this Falcons team over. That was like 0-4 when he first joined, or 0-3. And he had like a 10-11 game win streak. You know what I'm saying? And he made noise in the playoffs. Addison is no slouch. He didn't have an explosive season, but guess what? He made the playoffs. I'm here to tell y'all, when the playoffs start, regular season no longer matters. You know? It don't matter anymore what your regular season record is. Everybody is 0-0 come playoff time. It don't matter if you're the 2nd seed, 1st seed, 7th seed, 5th seed. Playoffs is playoffs. One loss, you're home. You don't get no extra game because you're a lower seed. It doesn't work that way. But, this will make the playoffs interesting. And for the guys that's constantly missing the playoffs, how about you just settle in, see what you're doing wrong. If you feel like you don't have pieces that you need, get out there and make something happen. Simple. You know? One thing's for certain, two things for sure. In the playoffs, we always seeing upsets. That's never going to change. There's always upset in these playoffs. All the teams that are home, that are favored, they never all win. There's always upset in the playoffs. That's what makes the playoffs live. You know? So, it's about that time. It's put up or shut up. It's win or go home. There is no tomorrow. What you did in the regular season no longer matters. It's what you do from this point out. If you playing somebody from the division and you swept them in the whole regular season, that's cool. Guess what? If you lose in the playoffs, you no longer care about that regular season sweep. This playoffs matters more than anything. Yeah, you play to win the division. You know, you play for the number 1 seed to try to have home field throughout. Yeah, why not? But if you don't get it, no problem. Make the playoffs. That's the goal. Because home field doesn't mean anything. Doesn't guarantee nothing. Just get in. When you get in, anything can happen. Rattle the tree. One thing I've learned from doing the 5th quarter from these mans, the one thing I'll say about certain guys, and this is a fact what I'm about to say, absolute fact. Let me start this over what I'm about to say. There are some guys that are front runners. Some of y'all saying, what you mean by front runner? Well, I'm going to tell you what I mean. Some guys play good when they up. Some guys don't know how to come back from behind. See, when you up and everything going good, it's easy to, you know, yo, DP, I don't know if you just joined, bruh, but I was talking about you in the beginning of this video. I said I got my joint on the mutt. I remember you put that challenge out about a week ago. You said, yo, I put a challenge out to everybody, you know, to see their mutt. This my mutt, DP. All my joints say 0, bruh. I ain't never played no mutt games. So this was me answering your call. I can't get into the franchise, so I had to put it on here. So I don't know if you was here in the beginning, but, you know, I'm just letting you know now, bruh. You know what I mean? I had to take you up on your offer. I'm all 0, bro. With me, I just get on and play. Like I said, a lot of times with me, a lot of times I play, I get delayed games because I'm out there trying to really read the defenses. You know what I mean? Like, trust me, if I had YouTube schemes, I don't think really nobody showed theirs, to be honest. You know what I mean? I don't think really nobody showed theirs. But, you know, I'll be out there trying to read stuff, man. You know what I mean? On D, you know? Nah, that's true, Carnage. But what the conversation was that day that, yo, Merry Christmas, my boy. What me and DP was talking about that day was more or less like, you know, a lot of niggas run mutt and they try to run, because people were saying DP run mutt and they say he bring them mutt schemes to franchise as far as the different cheeses that he learned. And DP was saying that he don't run. Look how my screen just cut off. You see that? And this is all EA. Watch it cut back on. You see that? EA be tripping. But I agree with you, Carnage. It don't have nothing to do with franchise. But niggas was saying DP run mutt, and, you know, trying to say that he run all the glitches he learned from mutt, he bring over here. And DP was saying he never ran, he don't run mutt. So he put it on his mutt to show that he don't run mutt. So DP was like, yo, I put out a challenge, you know, to everybody show they mutt. So this was me just showing mine. You know, yo, DP, same here, bro. Like, you know, listen, man, I never claimed to be the best in these franchise leagues, but the one thing I am, I'm me. And that's why I feel so much gratifying when I win, because win or lose, I win or lose with me. You understand? I'm playing my own way, you know? And I ain't gonna lie, a lot of times I have in my playbook But some of you niggas use it so much, I don't even be wanting to use it. Because I don't be wanting to feel like I'm trying to jump on the wave. Anybody can identify with that? Y'all have certain plays that you see people running and cheesing, and you know you got it in your playbook, but you don't want to use it because you feel like you don't want to jump on the bandwagon. You know what I mean? So I have certain plays in my playbook that, you know, I see people cheesing with, and I'll be like, damn, niggas use this play so much that they make me don't want to use it. So I fall back from it. So I try to find different things. You know what I mean? And a lot of times, to be honest with you, a lot of stuff that I use, it'd be the first time me trying it out. That's why I get delayed games, because I'm trying to read defenses. You know what I mean? And yeah, bro, I got a lot of PA shots and all that stuff in my playbook. And I don't use it because people run it so much that I don't even want to seem like I'm jumping on, oh, here go, why not, trying to run with everybody else running. You know what I mean? But I'm not going to lie, I need to start pulling that out. You know what I mean? I need to, you know, but, you know, it's just that I just always try, and this is, and with me, this is how I am in real life. I don't follow nobody. I'm my own man. I don't follow no trends. I don't follow, you know. Nah, Carnage, you right, bro. I'm with you on that. You understand? Listen, for anybody that runs stuff that a lot of people do, I'm not knocking it. You understand? I'm just the type of person that I just don't like to be caught up in the trend. I'm starting my own trend. I ain't following no trend. You understand? I'm gonna stay in my own lane. You know, so no, you right back, Carnage. Y'all all right. I feel you. I agree with y'all 100%. This is what I'm saying. If other people do it, I'm not knocking them. I'm only speaking for myself. I have plays in my playbook that people use hard, but I don't use it because I don't be wanting to feel like I'm trying to follow the wave. But you right. Maybe I need to bring it out every now and then. But here's the beauty of it, though. Here's the beauty of me not running the stuff that people run. You don't expect me to run it. So when I bring it out, Carnage, you are absolutely right, bro. You are one of the people. You know, you are one of the few people that I know that's been running tight formation for a while. You know, and if I disagree with you, trust me, I would tell you that. I'll be like, Carnage, stop pump faking, bro. You ain't been running no tight, but Carnage, you definitely been running tight formation before others started. And I'm not here to say that others copied off of you. Maybe they have. But, you know, it seems, especially this Madden more than any other Madden, tight formation is what a lot of people is using either when they need a big play or it's just pretty much their scheme, you know? Even guys that's losing is running tight formation, which is the funny thing. And I ain't gonna call nobody out, but I'm just saying, it's just funny. Because now you see guys that's losing is feeling like, man, by any means necessary, I got to try to do something to start winning. You know what I mean? No lie. I've been playing a couple of guys that's under 500, and these niggas is coming out in tight formation every play, damn near. You know what I mean? So, you know, I see it all, man, but it's all good. But the beauty of someone like myself who has been running these plays, you don't expect me to. So guess what? I might just pull it out when you least expect it. That's the flip side to that coin. But like I was saying before, there are a lot of guys that's front running. Some guys don't play good from behind. You know what I mean? Some guys don't play good from behind. And the one thing I always hold my hat on, I'm a clutch player. I can play from behind. I'm the one that created that Heartbreak Hotel stuff. When you see that Heartbreak Hotel stuff, that was me going back to Madden's ago. You know what I'm saying? For creating that. There's some people that play good from behind, and there's some people that don't. Some people only play good when they up. But when it's fourth quarter time, everybody don't answer the bell. And trust me, I do the fifth quarter. I see it. I know. I watch. You know what I'm saying? I don't watch games. I have yet to really watch a whole game. I'll watch pieces of a game. You know what I'm saying? But, you know, from doing this fifth quarter, and when I look at, like, when I used to do the stats and look at certain things, everybody don't play good from behind. Some guys only know how to play good when they up. You know? Pressure. When that pressure is on, you know, when pressure is on, it's two things pressure can do. Pressure can burst pipes. Pressure can make diamonds. That's just bottom line. Listen, and then yeah, the whole film watching thing, right? I always told y'all, I don't listen. If somebody watch film, it ain't nothing wrong with it. To be honest with you, that's part of football. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's part of football if you watch film. Me, I haven't done it, and I'm not saying I haven't. I'm not saying I haven't done it because like I'm too good for it. I just haven't done it because, to keep it a buck with you, I just don't have time to do it. But if anybody that do watch film, there's nothing wrong with it. Honestly, you're supposed to watch a film to see what your opponent tendencies are. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's nothing wrong with it. Like, there's people that be knocking people. Oh, he watching film. What's wrong with it? You're supposed to watch it. Yo, what this player like to do when he get in the red zone? What's this player like to do when he's third and long? What's this player like to do when he's third and short? That's what you're supposed to do. Ain't nothing wrong with it. And the whole thing about casting is not for me people to watch film. It's because we got rules. You know what I'm saying? But if you got time to watch film, watch the film. Ain't nothing wrong with that at all. You know what I'm saying? Nothing wrong with that at all. No, I mean, well, yeah, you could say that, you know, but I ain't gonna, there's been a few that admitted to it. You know what I'm saying? But the one thing I will say about that, Carnage, is that you called me out for watching film before when I beat you in a couple of matches ago, and I ain't watched film, bro. You know what I'm saying? At all. If I did, I ain't got no problem admitting to it, because I'm telling you right now, there's nothing wrong watching film. So I don't think everybody watch film, but there are people that watch film that say they don't. You know what I'm saying? If you do, what's wrong with admitting it? You're not cheating. You're supposed to. You know what I mean? That's what they do in football. Listen, we all here as a team watching the film, going over what the do's and don'ts are. You know what I mean? Nothing wrong with it. It's football. It's football. You know? I mean, listen, if you got the time to do it, do it. Do it. You know what I'm saying? Nah, you can't say that, Bat. We don't know that. We don't know that, Bat. How you gonna say 90% of the league? We don't know. Because even if that is the case, I'm part of the 10%. I'm part of the 10% that don't. I know I don't watch film, and if I did watch film, trust me, I ain't got no problem admitting to it. Because I'm here telling you right now there's nothing wrong with it. So if I'm saying there ain't nothing wrong with it, I wouldn't contradict myself by saying I don't know and I do. You know what I mean? I don't watch film. I don't have time to watch film. To be honest with you, like I said, it ain't nothing wrong with it. But I told you, for me personally, my scouting comes when I'm playing. And now let me say that. Let me just say this. A lot of people already played. A lot of people, we all played each other a lot. So we all know what people's tendencies are. And I'm gonna speak for myself. There are a lot of people in here that I played more than once, more than twice. So I know what people's tendencies are. You know what I'm saying? So I play by halves most of the time. No, whatever I see your tendencies are in the first half, I'm putting that consideration in the second half. If you RPO'd me a lot in the first half, second half, all right, cool, watch out for the RPO. And don't get me wrong, you might not run the RPO in the second half. All right, cool. Then I got to deal with that. But I'm watching tendencies in the first half more than anything. You know what I mean? That's what it is for me. I play by halves. I don't really worry about watching film, because I'm here to tell you now, watching film don't guarantee anything. Playing by halves don't guarantee anything. You know, you could play me one way in the first half, don't mean you got to play the same way in the second half. You know, to be honest with you, no matter how you spin it, it doesn't guarantee nothing. But that's just how I play. You know what I'm saying? I make the adjustments as I see need to come. You know? That's just what it is. But trust me, if I watch film, I'm going to tell you, yeah, I watch film. What's wrong with it? It's part of football. You know what I mean? It's part of football. Nothing wrong with it at all. Nothing wrong with it at all. Now, since we all being honest here, I will tell you, I will tell you what I do sometimes if I remember. I will go to statistics. I will go to stats, and I'll go to your team to see like who your leading receivers are, like by how much at that. You know what I mean? Because if you got a receiver leading your team with 100 catches, and the next person behind him got, let's just say, 50 catches, all right, pay attention to the guy that got 100 catches. See, that's my scouting. I do that when I remember to. I don't remember to do it all the time, but I'll do that. See, that's how I scout. Oh, your tight end leading your team in receptions, and the second guy behind him is 30 behind. All right, keying on the tight end. See, I don't need to watch what plays you running. I just know whatever play you running, watch the tight end because he's dominating on your team with receptions. You know what I mean? But if a lot of players on your team is spread it around with catches, then it makes it a little more difficult. You know what I'm saying? But that's just me telling you what I do. You understand? I don't know who else does that. I'm pretty sure I ain't the only one that do that. But that's what I do. I don't have time to sit down and watch film on somebody play. You know what I mean? But, you know, at the end of the day, that's what it is. But, yo, let's get into these playoffs. First up, over here in the AFC, we got the Bills and Titans. And it seemed like these two always play each other in the playoffs. Whether it's first round or divisional round, these two can't seem to get away from each other. Titans just made it in the playoffs. He was out. You know what I mean? He snuck in. And there are some people, this is why I say when the playoffs start, don't get caught up in the seeding. Because even though Carnage is the 7th seed, I'm here to tell you, Carnage is somebody that can easily go to the AFC chip or to the bowl. You know? So don't get caught up in the seedings. But the Titans are a 7th seed. But I'm here to tell you, the Titans can do damage over there. You understand? He got in the playoffs because Bap just told me he was on a 7-game win streak, which I already knew. But thanks for the lookout, Bap. Thanks for the assist. I always also tell y'all, a lot of times when the playoffs start, it's about who's hot, right? Going into let me tell you something real quick. Going back to last Madden, I remember guys had playoff spots locked up, right? And like the last 2 weeks of the season, they were saying, oh, give my opponent the win. We're already in. We got nothing to play for. And I remember I did the 5th quarter. I don't know if any of y'all remember, but I remember I did the 5th quarter and I said, and y'all heard me say this quite a few times, Madden has what's the name already built in? What's the word I'm looking for? Damn, what's the word I'm looking for? What we got now in the game? What they call that? Momentum. Madden, see, what some of y'all don't understand, and I've been saying this numerous times. Momentum, yeah, Bap, thanks. Madden already had built up momentum before they added the momentum to the game. Y'all heard me say this numerous times. And I don't know if some of y'all think I just be saying this to pump up the 5th quarter to make it sound better than what it is. But I'm telling you for a fact, Madden had built in momentum before they added all this home field momentum stuff in the game. What am I talking about? If you was on a losing streak, and you playing, and I'm talking about before this moment, I'm talking about going back to Madden 21, before they added this extra momentum stuff. I'm saying if you was on a losing streak and you played, everything was going against you. Matter of fact, forget the losing streak. Even in the game, anybody ever play in the game, you up 14-0, and you got a chance to go up 21-0, and you throw a pick in the end zone, and your opponent come down and score, and now the whole game has shifted towards the other player. Everything that was working for you no longer working. The opponent breaking tackles, your opponent getting sacks. Like, all of a sudden, he can't be contained. Any of y'all experienced that? I have plenty of times. Good or either on the wrong or right side of it, I experienced that. So I'm here to tell you there's momentum in the game, right? So with that being said, there are guys who had playoff spots before and was like, yo, give my opponent the win. We already clinched. And I'm telling you now, when the playoffs started, them same guys that went into the playoffs on like 2-game losing streak lost. And I'm talking top seed guys. You know what happened in them games? They was getting calls against them. Players was dropping passes. I'm telling you, the game has momentum built up in it. Carnage is coming to this first round wild card game on a 7-game win streak. If you don't think he got momentum coming to this game, don't kid yourself. He absolutely does. Now, am I saying Carnage gonna win this game? No, I am not. But I'm here to tell you, he has momentum on his side already coming into this game. Bet that. Exactly, bro. Penalties and all. I'm telling you, Carnage has momentum on his side coming to this game. Don't believe me. Just watch. This game already had momentum. And it shows a lot. This game between him and DP is going to be something. It's going to be something. Yeah, I feel you, Carnage. You talking my language. That's what I said. We ain't supposed to be here neither. We pretty much got the same story, to be honest. You know what I mean? We had a crazy fair Sims that we should have got forced wins on. And at one point in time, I wasn't even worrying about the season no more. I was more or less looking forward to next season. I got 3 first-round picks going into next season. But then I started realizing a lot of people in the NFC was dropping the ball. They was not closing the door. And I looked up and I said, hold on. We got a shot. We got a shot to get in. And then it all came down to the final week for me. I don't know about you, Carnage, but for me, it came down to the final week against Corlaus. But I thought my season was done. But guess what? We here. And we here to make the most of this 7th seed. You know what I mean? But in any case, back to this DP and Carnage game. Yo, this is going to be a good game, man. The DP is the favorite. DP had, they definitely did. Dre Day over there dropping the ball. Dre Day was over there talking hella stuff. And like I said, everybody don't play good under pressure. And Dre is my man at 50 grand. But Dre is one of them guys that does not play good under pressure. I've seen Dre lose way more games than he win when he's under them bright lights. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, I knew Dre wasn't in a good position. It was win or go home for Dre. You know what I mean? If I was putting money in, my money was pouring in on Trey Dog. Just because Dre was in the position that he was in. You know what I'm saying? So, exactly. Dre was up 14-0 against you and blew it. Dre does not play good under pressure, which is why Dre run his mouth to try to take the pressure off of him. You know what I'm saying? But, you know, you got to do what you got to do by any means necessary. But I knew for a fact that wasn't a good spot for Dre to be in. You know what I mean? Dre wished he didn't have to play that game. Now, guess what? If Dre would have played that game with no pressure, Dre might have won that game. But because that game meant something, I knew Dre was going to be in a position that he'd rather not be in it. No, Trey Dog is nice. We already know that. See, but it's not about Trey Dog. Dre was fighting his own demons. You know what I'm saying? Dre fighting his own demons. Dre is not a good player under pressure. And this goes back to several Maddens ago. I've seen Dre in Super Bowls lose. I've seen Dre in situations just like now. He got to win to make the playoffs, lose. I've seen Dre in playoff games where he go up and he lose. Dre played against Carnage last Super Bowl, up 14-0, lost. You know, so, you know, listen, man, everybody don't perform good under pressure. That's just what it is. But let's get into this DP and Carnage game. Now, DP had a hell of a season. Can't take nothing from him. You know what I mean? I always said DP was a good player. I always gave him his props. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people always talk about Super Bowls. I don't get caught up into that. Only one person can win the Super Bowl. It don't make you less of a player because you don't win the bowl. To me, I look at what people do, and there are a lot of people that can ball. You know what I mean? And DP is one of them. I don't say you're less of a player because you don't win a Super Bowl. There's only one Super Bowl winner every Madden. You know what I mean? You think because if anybody make the Super Bowl and lose, you think they feel any better about the person that didn't make the Super Bowl? No. Whether you lost the first round of Super Bowl, if you lose, you lose. You don't feel any better. You know what I mean? If anything, it hurts more when you get to the Super Bowl and lose. So, you know, there are a lot of guys that can ball, to be honest with you. You know what I'm saying? And, you know, but this is going to be an interesting game. And I'm not going to lie, with that being said, I'm going with my first upset of this first round. Wild card. I'm going Titans. Right, DP. You made the Super Bowl with 7th seed last Madden. I can't see your whole message, but I think that's what you're saying. And you did. You right. That's why I said seedings don't mean nothing. Playoffs is about matchups. That's more important than anything. But in any case, man, it's time to ball out. I like DP, but I like the position that Carnage is in, coming in on a 7-game win streak. I think he's hot. I got Titans in the upset, but I think it's going to be close no matter what, even if the Bills pull this out. But I'm not going to lie. I think it's going to be snowing over there in Buffalo, and that favors Buffalo. You know what I mean? But I'm going Titans, man. Titans red hot. And listen, I always say in the playoffs, it's not about who's in a lot of times it's about who's coming in hot. And right now the Titans are coming in real hot. I got the Titans in the upset, my first upset of the playoffs. I'm going Titans in this one. I'm going to go Titans 20. Buffalo 17. And don't get me wrong, this can go the other way very easily. But I just think the Titans right now is just, you know, listen, man, they hot. You know, and sometimes when you hot, opportunity is all you need. But I think that's going to be a very interesting matchups. Moving on to the NFC. We got Eagles and Cards. Number 7 seed. Once again, going against number 2 seed. Same type of thing. Cardinals, I remember he said he's undefeated against the NFC. That's a fact. That's a true statement. Can't take nothing from Relly. Relly been playing good ball. You know what I'm saying? Relly been playing good ball. You know what I'm saying? He's been playing good D. You know, he's been pulling them out. You know, even when he go down early, he's been coming out playing good ball, pulling out them wins against good opponents. You know what I'm saying? So can't take nothing from him. But I'm sort of in the same position Carnage was in. I wasn't supposed to be here. I told you I was looking forward to. I actually contemplated on just throwing in the towel for the rest of the season because I had 3 first-round picks, including my own. So I started feeling like, yo, what losses can only do us more good than, losses can only do us more good than harm. But then I seen a crack in the door, and they said, yo, hold on, Q. Don't throw in that towel just yet. These boys over there fumbling the ball. And I said, you know what? I said, self, go out with a bang. And we here. So, again, like I just told Relly in the chat, we the 7th seed. The pressure is on him. I know he said it's not, but it is. Because I know Relly. I know Relly's feeling real good. He just beat Murph. He beat Corlow's. He beat Corlow's in the other league. He came back from trailing the Corlow's in this league. Relly right now is on cloud 9. You best to believe Relly feeling like he on one right now. And he is, by the way. But he also know he ain't got no business losing to the Eagles. Not no number 7 seed. Not when he's undefeated against the whole NFC. See, that's why the pressure is on him. He's had a hell of a season. He's undefeated against the NFC. He's a number 2 seed, and he's home. You think Willie ain't supposed to win this game? Of course he is. But if he don't win this game, this is going to be a long off season for them Cards. It won't be for us. We got 3 first-round picks. Yo, man, listen. Either way, we fine with the way it's been. But guess what? Being that we here, we letting it fly. We ain't holding back. We ain't coming out. We ain't worrying about nothing except trying to pull out a win. You know what I'm saying? Our back been against the wall weeks ago. We've been in playoff mode. See, this is his first playoff game in weeks. Matter of fact, this is his first playoff game, period. We've been in the playoffs. We couldn't afford no more losses. We already been in playoff mode. Our last playoff game was against Corvallis. The loser went home. Guess what? We're here. So we've been in playoff mode. It ain't nothing. We ready. Trust me when I tell you. I don't predict my games. I just say who's the favorite. I'll keep it a buck. Cardinals favorite in this one. I say Cardinals favorite in this one by 4 over the Eagles. Guess what though? You undefeated against the NFC. But if you lose just one game against the NFC, your season is over. But no pressure. See you soon. Cardinals favored by 4. Let's get to the next one. We got Chargers and Bengals. Right? Let me open it.
Yeah.
Go get the scissors. Or a knife or something. Chargers and Bengals. This going to be a good one. Another good one. Listen, by the way, I think all these first round games are going to be good. To be honest with you. No matter how they spin out. We got Bengals, Norm, going against Trey Dog, them Chargers. Now, let me say this about the Bengals. The Bengals right now, in my opinion, are benefiting off of the little bit of plays that he called are hard to stop. Right? See, right now, the Bengals, his whole scheme is based on them plays that he runs. Right? And them plays only work because he got them guys at the speed over there. Right? I mean, let's be honest. Norm is not a pure player. He's benefiting off of the schemes that he runs. Now, I'm not going to downplay it because guess what? Other guys can run them same schemes and won't have the same success. So what I will say about Norm is that he's pretty much mastered his scheme. And his scheme ain't much. It's a couple of plays. You know, out of that tight formation. I mean, everybody knows it. I'm not saying nothing that nobody knows. That I'm not saying nothing that's news to anybody's ears. Right? But Trey Dog is a more player than Norm. More balanced, you know. But sometimes, I'm not going to lie, in the game of Madden, sometimes a certain cheese scheme will win. You know, sometimes. Not all the times, but sometimes. Especially if you're going against somebody that don't really, you know, can't really figure certain stuff out. With that being said, I also remember Norm saying he's not worrying about nobody except Claw and Back. Well, I kind of think that he's making a mistake saying that because over there in the AFC, a lot more guys than Claw and Back. Got Trey Dog, got DP, got Carnage. Like, I'm just naming guys who's in the playoffs, right? So if Norm thinks for 1 second that he ain't got to worry about these guys, sadly mistaken. You know? all them guys that are in the AFC can play. I just got through telling you, Carnage is the 7th seed, but Carnage is not really a 7th seed. So I'm telling you now, it ain't no clawing back. He just got to worry about. A guy he's playing right now, he should worry about. A guy he's playing right now, I had nicknamed him. What was the name I gave Trey Dog? I think it was Mr. Consistency, or it was something like that. Listen, Trey Dog is one of them guys that when you look up, he's in the conference championship. You know, he's beating the top dog. Trey Dog is very solid, and Trey Dog is pretty smart. Now, I hear all the stuff that Norm was saying, and you know, why not? If you ain't got confidence in yourself, who will, right? You're supposed to have all the confidence in yourself. But there's one thing that's called confidence, and there's one thing that's called overly cocky. Right now, I think the Bengals are overly cocky. Does that mean Norm won't win? No, that don't mean that. Listen, bottom line, Norm did get better. Because I'm not going to hold you. At one point in time, Norm was definitely a bottom player in the league. Can't deny that. See, one thing I always do is keep it a buck with y'all. But he's got better. Can't take nothing from him. Even if, and like I said, even if y'all say, yo, he only won 4 plays, well, guess what? If somebody could, and I always tell y'all this, if somebody could beat you only running 4 plays, then you got to wear that. That's on you. You know what I mean? So I don't want to get caught up in saying, yo, Norm is trash because he only won 4 plays. Well, all right, cool. If you only run 4 plays, 3 plays, then that means it should make it that much easier to beat him. You know, some people look at things different. You know, like I said, I just don't look at things. I don't get caught up in all of that. If you run 3 plays against me and you beat me, then that means I gotta get better. You know what I mean? That's just what it is. So, but this is gonna be a good game. I will say that. But as I had in the first round, I had my upset. Right? I had Titans over the Bills. But this is, I think the Chargers is home. So the Chargers win the division. The Bengals on the road. So the Chargers the favorite. And this one, I'm going with the home team. I'm going with Chargers. I think Bengals gave Chargers team a whole lot of fuel over there. But I keep saying he ain't worrying about nobody but Bap and Claw. You think them AFC guys didn't take that personal? Of course they did. You think Trey Dog ain't geared up for this game? Of course he is. Now, again, I'm here to tell you, Norm got better. So if Norm win this game, I'm not going to be on some old, wow, Norm, I'm surprised. Norm got better. I'm here to tell you that. No matter what, he got better. His game got a whole lot better. You know what I mean? No matter what you want to say, you know what I mean? He got better. Bottom line. That's just bottom line. You know? But I got Chargers in this one. And I'm going Chargers over the Bengals in this one by a score of 34-30. Chargers over the Bengals. Next up, over here, back to the NFC. We already had Thunderbirds and Cards. We already went over that. We got Panthers and Lions. That's Money Mascot against Murph and them Detroit Lions. Another good game. Like I said, all these games should be good and close. Let me set that up for you. You know, in my opinion. I got to connect it to the Wi-Fi, so give me a second, all right? And I'll put it on for you. Listen, at one point in time, Lions had a 12-game win streak, but it did come to a snap when the Cards came and gave him his loss, snapped that win streak. Money Mascot took over the Panthers this season, and he's making playoffs with them his first season. We all know Money Mascot is a baller as well as Murph. This should be another good one as well. This game could go either way. Either way. One thing's for certain, two things for sure. The Lions defense know that secondary gonna have to come and be prepared to stop that Carolina Panthers passing attack. Does he have the secondary to do it? Yeah, he does. But he got more of the scheme to do it more than the actual secondary. Money Mascot has always been the deadly, airing that ball out, and I don't expect nothing less than this one. It's win or go home time, so I expect these two to battle it out. I expect it to be close. If anybody get blown out in this game, I will be surprised. But listen, man, this is gonna be a heck of a game right here. Lions at home, so they are the favorite in my opinion. But this game can go either way. Money Mascot wasn't in this league last season, and Murph made the Super Bowl last season. He's the current NFC champ, right? Am I wrong? Wait a minute. Bab, who you playing the Super Bowl? Was it Murph or was it Pearl? Oh, Pearl. My bad. Murph didn't make the Super Bowl last year, but Murph made the NFC chip, and he lost to Pearl. That's what it was. Yeah. I know, Bab. My bad. Yeah, he lost to Pearl in the NFC chip, but Murph made it to the NFC chip 2 seasons in a row, looking for the 3rd season in a row. With that being said, he is home. He is hosting against the Panthers. Here I go. Another upset. I'm going Panthers over the Lions. Listen, man, when the playoffs are here, like I tell y'all, there's always upsets. You understand? Always upsets. All the favorites never win. Never win. That's a fact. All the favorites never win. And that means from any seed to any seed, all the favorites never win. There's always an upset every round. Sometimes there's more than one. So far, I didn't give you 2. I could be wrong in both, but I'm just telling you now. There are always upsets. If it ain't this round, it will be the next round. But all the favorites never win. You ever notice every Super Bowl you never see number 1 seed against number 1 seed? It's not no coincidence. But I got Panthers over the Lions in the upset in this one. Give me Panthers, another close one. Give me Panthers 26. Lions 23. 26-23. Panthers over the Lions. And now we swing over back to the AFC. In the last game of the first round. Well, you're right, but I'm talking about in between that though. Like that's just the case for this one. But I'm saying a lot of other leagues, you very rarely get number 1 against number 1. But even with that, like number 2 seeds get bumped in the first round a lot. You know what I'm saying? Like there's always upsets, no matter what, no matter how you spin it. But yeah, you're right. It has been like that. But we'll see if it remains like that again. But last game of the of the wild card round. We got the Texans, Rick going against the Browns, Claw. Now this game has the potential to get ugly in favor of the Browns because with one thing about Rick, right? Rick has his moments where he'll come out, he'll play good ball, but Rick is like this. Let me tell you what's interesting about Rick. Rick is the type of dude that sometimes he'll come out and you look up and he jumped all over you. And then sometimes you'll come out and look and he do 3 or 4 picks already and he's down big early. Right? So Rick is like Jekyll and Hyde. I don't know if Rick is going to come out in this game. But he has the potential to make this thing close than what Claude would like it to be honest with you. So we're going to see how this thing shake out. Is Claude already booking this as a win and looking too far ahead to the next round? We'll see. Or is he going to respect his opponent that's ahead of him and do what he need to do to take the win? Now, I'm willing to say Claw is pretty smart. Like he pretty much don't overlook nobody. You know, he'll do what he needs to do to get the win. If he got a chance to blow you out, he'll blow you out. But if it's close, he gonna play smart to pull out the win. So he gonna play smart in that regard. Rick is the one that makes a lot of unnecessary mistakes and can't make those mistakes in the playoffs. You have to play smart. In order for him to win this game, he got to play smart. There's no ifs, ands, buts about it. In order for the Texans to pull this out, he got to play smart, and he's going to have to play pretty much mistake-free football. I don't recall too many games where I see the Titans playing mistake-free football. Even his type of scheme, when he do come out and jump all over you, I think Claude pretty much have an answer for that. Me, myself, I got the Browns to win this one, but I got to be honest, I'm pretty interested in this game. But I got the Browns, needless to say. I'm going Browns in this one. 31, going Texans 20. 31-20, Browns over the Texans. And listen, y'all really know EA is scumbags. I don't understand how the service is down all day. Why you even playing with the service today is beyond me, you know. And even if y'all was, why y'all playing with it for this long is also beyond me. Could have just left it alone, but hey, that's EA for you. But I'm not really tripping at the end of the day. I really don't care to play for today anyway. You know what I'm saying? But I'll play if I get the opportunity to by any means. But you know, I don't think nobody really care about playing today. But if it all plays out that a game get played, then so be it. But we here in the playoffs, so you know, once we get rolling, we'll be rolling. You know what I mean? So you guys don't worry about nothing. We gonna speed this thing up. Once it get in motion, that's it. We're gonna rock out. You know. As y'all know, this is also New Year's weekend coming up. So with that being said, I would like to get the Super Bowl done before the weekend. You know, I would like to have next season already started before next weekend because this is New Year's weekend coming up. So you know, you don't want to try to have an off season during this upcoming weekend. You know, guys probably not gonna be around free agency, draft, and all of that. So you know, I would say let's at least try to have the next season. Let's try to have week one by next season already done by at least Thursday, or at least week one by Thursday. That's my personal opinion. But however it play out is how it play out. But if we don't have this Super Bowl done by the weekend, there's not going to be a poll for the weekend for off season. Just to let you know. So if we don't get done by Thursday, then you know it is what it is. But hopefully we can be in week one by Thursday. Because once you get to Friday, you're pushing it. You know what I'm saying? But let's just get with it, you know, and let the chips fall where they may. Congratulations to everybody that made it. Good luck to everybody that made it. To the guys that didn't make it, that still was playing to the end. Salute to y'all. You know what I'm saying? That was still building your guys up. Still trying to get that XP at the last second. Still trying to get tricks at the last second. You know, salute to y'all. And you know, listen, just focus on what y'all got to do in the draft. Focus on what you got to do in free agency. You know, and just come out swing for the fence. You know? But I'll get with y'all in the next fifth quarter. Listen, man, I got to start getting guests on here in the fifth quarter. I used to do that before. I want to get back into that. I want to start getting guests back on the fifth quarter with me. You know what I'm saying? So we want to get that back up and rolling. And, you know, that's what it is, y'all. So I'll see y'all in the next fifth quarter, which will be divisional round. And everybody enjoy the rest of your holidays. Be safe. And I'll catch up with y'all. I'm Ghost.